Switching gears from the Paxton presser, just a couple things that for free agency. You know, there's some centers in free agency. There's a couple threes in free agency that, you know, we're interested in. I'm just going to throw out a couple names here. I'm not going to go crazy into this. And then I want to go into the actual article that was released by Hoops Hype earlier this week.
Okay.
Couple centers to be on the lookout for. DeMarcus Cousins, I do believe that he re-signs with his buddy AD and he stays in New Orleans.
Agreed.
Would it be a smart career move for him to come over to Chicago? You're damn right. He's coming to the Eastern Conference where it's not as tough as the West.
And get to a final.
On a young team that could get to a final, possibly. DeAndre Jordan, who I do actually think is a realistic target because the Bulls love to pay older centers. Ben Wallace.
Yeah, I hope not.
And I'm not giving him the max, but we'll see what happens. So you got Enes Kanter floating around. You got Nerlens Noel, who I'm intrigued by playing next to Lowry. For a 3, you have Tyreek Evans. Even though he's 6'6", he has played small forward in his career. He can do it. He's long enough to do it. And you got what everybody's been talking about, Jabari Parker. The reason I want to tell Bulls fans I don't want to pay Jabari Parker, and even though he's a Chicago hometown boy, I really don't want 2 guys in my starting lineup coming off 2 major knee injuries.
No, and I could agree with it. I just wonder what the money's going to be like for that contract.
I would assume he'd probably get around $15 to $16 million for 2 years, let him prove himself, then go get a max. He's still young.
Right. So, and at that point, maybe you take a flyer. If it's that short of a contract, it's not going to hurt as much, I don't think.
Right. And then,
but it depends on so much. Like, is Zach coming back? And I think Zach will be back.
It's way too
early to speculate what the free agency and what, like, obviously we don't even know what pick we have yet. You know, there's a lot to go into what
May 15th, right?
Who you pick, right? Yeah, which we should definitely watch that together.
Got a month for that. Oh, I'm sure we will be.
But no, Jabari, sure, if the money's right, but like that's like we said, there's so much that needs to. The pick may dictate if they get in on any of those guys.
Well, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know that it's definitely possible. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Jabari came over here. You know, hometown kid, good feel-good story. I mean, we've seen it before. We'll see it again, you know. I would be totally ecstatic for Cousins. I would actually also be totally ecstatic for like a Nerlens Noel on a low, you know, because he's a shot blocker. You know, right. I dig it. But this is the article I wanted to talk to you about that was reported by Hoops Hype. The Bulls talking about, and I don't get it. I thought it'd be tampering because the season's not over and free agency hasn't began yet. So I don't know where this is exactly came from. I read it on Inquisitor.com and it was reported by Hoops Hype.
So is it just like a reporter grasping at a story? Or
I have no clue. That's why I wanted to bring it up, because if anybody knows, let me know.
Right.
But talking about Isaiah Thomas coming over to the Bulls to be or on a 2-year, $16 million deal, I say no immediately.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I mean, I know the cap has gone up, and I know it's only $8 million a year, which isn't too bad. I mean, that's what Felicio makes, and right. That dude carries everybody's bags. So, but I just don't want that. I don't want that headache. And for people that said Isaiah can mentor Chris Dunn. No, he can't. Isaiah don't play a lick of defense because he can't, and he's a scorer.
I just don't know where that story comes from because I don't see the fit.
And neither do I. I don't see it at all.
Is he coming off the bench or not?
Well, right. Are him and Bobby going to be the bench leaders?
I mean, in a second unit, sure. I guess.
Me too,
I don't like campaign, but there's also an ego.
But right, exactly. There's an ego there, and then there's more money tied into a guy who can't stay on the court because of his hip.
Yeah, and another guy that's making that much money to do what? Fill it up for 10, 15 minutes. There's plenty of guys out there that are going to go out there and fill it up for...
Shit, Kilpatrick filled it up for 10 to 15 minutes.
Right.
That's not saying I want to bring his ass back.
I'm not either.
But I'm just saying.
I don't see where this story even comes
I think it's
from.
a BS story. I just wanted to bring it up because a bunch of YouTubers that I watch online, like as Crispy Flakes, he does, NBA 2K rebuilds and all this stuff. You know, he had put it in one of his videos and he put the article in there, and I read the article, and I'm just thinking, as a Bulls fan, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is a joke. We're not getting why we have done.
I don't see the fit.
No, I'd rather have Jarian. I would. And people like me, I would, because Jarian gets people involved and doesn't look for his own shot all the time. And that's what scares me about Isaiah Thomas. I mean, and especially because Isaiah Thomas is in his head. It's not the Isaiah Thomas in Boston anymore.
That would cause so many different matchup. Like we were talking about the Bulls defense, like on the last podcast, and how they're in the lower part of the league. That would already put a lower, the Bulls at a disadvantage, and they already have trouble defending with.
Exactly, and I'm just not all for it. So I'm saying no to that. Please let. And what do you say?
Comment below. I say no.
Yeah, I say no. I say it's a waste of time, waste of money.
If he's available like way late and he's coming on like a mid-level exception,
give me the low, sure.
Like I'm fine with it, but I'm not paying him actual negotiated dollars for IT.
All right, so I'm a no, you're a no. Yeah, I don't want him either. But again, if you guys want him,
I could see why. I could see the idea of the article though.
I get it, but I mean,
because the Bulls are going to need somebody.
Up,
I don't know, but I could see that the Bulls are going to have to make a run. They're going to need somebody to fill it up in the second unit.
I get it. I understand that. I just don't see how Isaiah Thomas's name came up when he was having problems all year backing up Lonzo Ball.
You think that's an agent? That's an agent kind of releasing a story like that? That way that he can set a market before the market even gets set for his own guy.
Exactly, which is genius, but I think it's BS.
No, yeah, that's good representation.
I say no to that.
I agree.
But yeah, well, whatever happens. But, if you guys want to see more Bulls videos and whatnot, let us know what to talk about in upcoming videos. The season for us is over.
Right, and we're gonna definitely dump into some draft talk, and we're gonna talk some free agency really deep. That was just kind of like our free agency preview. But I think that like a cool thing to do would be kind of to talk about like the MJ era a little bit as well. And I wonder, like, comment below if you want to hear about that, because like obviously the Bulls haven't been. Obviously, the Derrick Rose years were fun, and like the Baby Bulls were fun. But
Baby Bulls were one of my favorites because that's where I really remember
Michael Jordan and the '85 Bears, and they still like hold this city.
Let us know what you guys want us to talk about while we're waiting for draft time. I mean, there's only so many episodes that we can speculate on who's going to get drafted.
Right, before it's just like repeat.
Before you guys get bored of us and we get bored about talking. We don't want to do that. So we can break down eras in Chicago basketball and whatever. So comment down below. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about.
And obviously, we're going to talk a lot about the playoffs as well. This is kind of opening it up a little bit to the
we
NBA
will be still
after
talking
the Bulls.
Basketball.
Yeah,
it's just
I think a lot of the things we can do in the sense of like the NBA playoffs is related to like the Bulls coming back to like what they have now and like what these teams are winning with in the playoffs.
Right.